What's good, fam bam? Welcome back to another episode of Loped Out TV. You already know how we do it. We're going to keep it loped out, no doubt, for real, coming at you with another loped out banger. And this one right here, we're going to be talking a little bit about Lefty Gunplay and his most recent viral situation. But before we jump all the way up into the video, it'd be highly appreciated if you hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell. All bells. That way you could be notified of all the latest loped out content as it drops. Now, Lefty Gunplay is going viral, and you got all these platforms praising Lefty Gunplay for his most recent viral situation. And the situation, if you have not been informed, Lefty Gunplay knocked somebody out. That's right, he hit him with a TKO, put him on their back, put him to sleep on the concrete. That's simple, right? Hit him with the two-piece and said night-night. And you got all these platforms. Oh, shout out to Lefty. Shout out to Lefty, man. He knocked that fool out. He's a real one. And this, that, and the third, right? But what makes him real about that situation? What makes him a real one about that situation? What gives him points? Let me phrase it like that. What gives him points about that situation right there? Really, let's keep it real. What gives him points about that situation? That man was, you could tell he was highly intoxicated. He could probably barely stand up. Yes, he was in Lefty Gunplay's personal space, without a doubt. He was saying something. They was having a conversation of some sort, right? And, you know, Lefty probably did what he felt he needed to do. But it was weak. It was weak. Very weak. I'm gonna keep it real. It was weak. So Lefty hit him with Lefty put his, looked like he was trying to calm the man down at first, right? He put his hand on the dude's arm, and then when he put the hand on his arm, he hit him with the left, connected. It wasn't that great. It wasn't like some crazy ass connection. It was, you know, but he connected. And then he tried to hit him with the right, and he missed. It looked like to me he didn't even connect at all, because the man was already going down. Now, like I said, this dude looked like he was highly intoxicated. So you could have probably pushed him and he's going to fall anyways. I doubt he was going to be standing long on his own, period. You know what I'm saying? That's how drunk he looks. But anyways, man, everybody's shouting out Lefty and being all, oh, Lefty Gunplay, woo. Why? What did he do that was so great about knocking out this drunk man? Look, if two drunk individuals start hooking with each other, they get in a fight, they start throwing hands, okay, maybe some points could be earned in that one. But if you're looking like you're fairly sober, and this man over here looking like he could barely stand up, you could go ahead and knock him out, but you're not going to get any points for knocking that man out. It's just, you don't get no points for that. That's my point. Lefty Gunplay, you think all these fools are giving you points, you think you're getting points for that right there. You ain't getting no points for that. You knocked out a drunk. You knocked out a drunk ass fool. That fool was, like I said, looked like he couldn't even stand up by himself much longer. Anyways, that being said, where was the energy? Where was this knockout energy when Lucky was calling you out face to face? Where was it? That's my question. Where was the knockout energy when Lucky was calling this fool out face to face? It didn't seem like he wanted to do nothing then, right? Where was the knockout energy when this fool, Bands from the Rose, was making diss videos all in your area in front of your mama's house? Where was the knockout energy? There's been nothing done about that. Shit, I made a video not too long ago. Lefty won't even go to Northern Cali because he's scared that they got some money on his head. He sent what's that? Solus. He sent Solus to handle business for him. He won't even go step foot up that way because he said he got some bands on his head. So I'm just saying, man, it's all good to have knockout energy with a drunk ass fool that can barely stand up. But have that same knockout energy with sober ass fools when they messing with you in your face, calling you out in your face, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You can't get too many points for knocking out a fool that can barely stand up because he's so intoxicated. But you can get some points for standing your ground against real competition. You know what I'm saying? And handling your business in real competition. Going to prison don't make you tough. Going to prison don't make you what's the word? Going to prison doesn't make you invincible. Going to prison doesn't make you tough. Just because an individual goes to prison doesn't mean anything. That does not make them a badass. I promise you that. Okay? Being in a gang does not make you tough. It does not make you a badass. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts. I'm just keeping it all the way locked out with y'all. Drop a comment below. Let me know what y'all think about the situation. Does he get points for knocking out this individual that looked like he could barely stand up by himself? Does he get back some of the points he lost for not running the fade with Lucky and not handling his business with this other fool that was making music diss videos in front of his mama's house? I'm just saying. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation. Much love, much respect. You already know how we do it. We're going to keep it locked out, no doubt, for real. Till the next one. And I'm out.